Hi, welcome to Sheepish, episode 46. Today is Sunday, August 24th, 2014, and I'm Holly. How is everybody this week? I hope you guys have all had a great week. Mine's been busy as usual, but yeah, so many things have happened this week. I've gotten a lot of work done on a few different things, not so much work done on others. So let's go ahead and start with what's happening Chez Sheepish. So just a reminder, the KAL is still going along. So the summer KAL or winter, wherever you might be, that's still going on until Labor Day. So September 1st. I've extended it a day, whatevs. So don't forget to update posts if you've already got posts in there, or enter something in. If you've worked on it this summer, it doesn't have to be, whatever. If it's knitting, crochet, sewing, cooking, stitching, I put it in there. I want to see what you guys have been working on because you guys are some crafty people. I just got to say. So definitely get everything in there. I've got another week, a little over a week left to go. So yay. And then I've still got the Allons-y pattern. I decided to extend that sale. So thank you to those of you who did buy it this past week. However, excuse me, if you have not bought it and you want to buy it and you still want to get that discount, you can go ahead and do that. I've extended the sale until the end of September. So you guys have got another month to buy it. So just enter in the code Capaldi, capital C, when you check out, and you will get 20% off of that pattern. So yay, go forth, buy the pattern, yay. So let's go ahead and get started with the current roster. I'm not even going to bring out the socks, both pairs of socks. I'm not going to bring them out because I haven't worked on them. They've been toted around with me, or at least the vanilla sock has been. I haven't worked on it at all. No. Maybe around, but no. I don't think so. And you'll see why in a minute. The Hermione's Everyday Socks that are done in the 12th Doctor colorway, those are sitting in their project bag right by my bed. Haven't worked on them at all. So they are still in the same place with all the ribbing. We'll see. We'll see how quickly I can get back to them. I really want to get these two pairs finished, but I have other things pressing on me right now. So Snapshots from Main Blanket. This blanket will be going on hiatus for a bit, and if you watched last week's episode, you'll know why. So this is the finished square that I showed last week, that I showed the center of. So this is with all the garter stitch, and it's a little fluttery. It needs to be blocked, obviously. This is Highland Handmaid's, oh dear, it's the bamboo merino blend, or the bamboo wool blend in the bean green colorway. And it's lovely, it's soft, it's drapey. I do love working with it. I, however, do not like these needles that I'm working with this yarn. So these are my Carbons interchangeable set. And I really do like the Carbons. I'm just not really fond of them with this particular project. But they were the 9s that I had available. So they're being knit on US 9s. Here is the square, or the center for another square. And it's going to stay here in this, just like this, for a while. Because I have another project that I got the yarn for this week, and it needs to actually get done. So let me put that away. I'll go down there. So, living in my Nerd Shop project bag is yet another set of vivid squares. So far 3. And these are for the baby blanket I mentioned last week. My bestie and I are knitting a blanket for our friends who are having a baby. And so we're each doing 1 square in 10 colors. And they're the same color, so there'll be 2 squares per color. So this is in Knit Picks Swish DK. This is the Bordeaux colorway. So, Bordeaux. That's actually kind of true to color. The pumpkin colorway. Whoops, it would help if I held them upright, right? Come on, you can do it. There we go. Swish DK, or I guess this is orange then. Oh, I thought it was pumpkin. And wow, that's blowing out. That's a little bit more true to color. It's probably not so vibrant. Or as vibrant, because it is a vibrant color. And this is the eggplant colorway. And that's coming out way bluer. Yeah, that's coming out a really blue purple, and it's not. It's really a true purple. Yeah, no. But that's a true purple, and yeah. So 3 blocks done. I have 7 more to go. And I got my yarn on Friday. So that's not bad. I've done 3 blocks, 2 days-ish. So I'll pull out the different colors. So this is the Green Tea Heather colorway. And it's coming out really yellowy gray, and it's kind of a chartreuse color. It's not really heathered, but they included it. This is Honey. Again, it's a little grayed out, but that's closer to actual color. The Pea Pod. Wow, these are just graying out. At least on my monitor. They might be perfect on yours. But this is a bright, springy, leafy green. The Jade, which is a much darker green. I'd almost call it like a forest green. The lighting's weird. It's sunny, but it's not hitting this window properly, so. This is Dusk. And maybe it's a little darker than what you're seeing, or at least what it's showing up on my screen. 2 more. The Serrano. Whoa, that's bright. That's better. And that's actually almost true to color. And Gulf Stream. No, this is much more of a turquoise. On my screen, it looks like this and the TARDIS are the same colors, and they're not. They very much are not. But yes, so these are what's up next. So it's going to be a nice bright baby blanket. Somewhat rainbowy. What I wanted to do was I wanted to do primary colors, but there's only so much you can do with, you know, red, yellow, green, and blue. So when Danny and I were looking at colors, she started picking other colors, which were great. And so it turned into this very big rainbowy kind of thing, because I remember reading somewhere that one of the first things that babies see is color. So rather than go with pastels, or, I mean, and I did actually try to coordinate it with what the colors were going to be in the nursery, but when I talked to, and I'll just call him Shorty because that's his nickname, when I talked to Shorty about it, he had no clue and didn't understand why it was so important. So I was like, all right, fine, primary colors then. And then we were just like, brights, that work. So there is that. These all need to be blocked. I'm hoping, well, I need to do measurements first so I can see how much they're going to grow. Once I do that, I'll block them in groups as I go and stack them up. So that way, when Danny sends me hers washed and blocked, I can just get to seaming. So, yay! And hopefully that won't take too much longer. I'm making some good progress with the squares. I figure if I can get a square done a night or every couple nights, we're good. And I am using, on those, my Chiagu red lace needles in a US 7. And I gotta say, I love these for this project. I don't know why. The yarn itself is super splitty. I'm not a big fan of Knit Picks yarn to begin with. I'm not going into that whole thing. But every now and then, I'll use it. I'd rather use Knit Picks when I know that it's going to be able to be washed and it's going to be able to be manhandled a little bit more than I am with using straight acrylic. And there's a time and a place for acrylic, and I just can't do it. I know. There are some good soft acrylics out there. I can't do it. I really can't. I know. I feel bad about it, but kind of not really, because I'll work with Knit Picks. And the Knit Picks yarn, the Swish DK, is 100% merino, superwash merino. So I know this is going to be soft on the baby. And I know it's going to be snuggly. And I know that it can be machine washed and tumble dried low. Easy. And the baby's mother is a crafter. She knows how to crochet a little bit. But she also does know, like, understand quality of work. Now, she does not know that this is happening. So it's going to be a surprise for her, and I really doubt that he's going to remember that we had this conversation. He might remember the conversation, but he might not remember that I said that I was going to knit a blanket, and then I dragged Danny into it. Convincing? But yeah, so there is that. I actually worked on finishing up the pumpkin square, or the orange square. I keep calling it pumpkin because I think that it's pumpkin. I finished up the orange square last night during the episodes that led up to the premiere of season 8 of Doctor Who on BBC America. And then I cast on for the Bordeaux square during the pre-show and just kept working on it throughout. I didn't know that I would be able to devote time and attention to both. I did, so yay! Yay me! So yeah, that means that there's nothing that's been finished. One of these days, right? I'll get back to finishing things. I had a good run. I mean, what? Excuse me. I had a really good run, so I'm not going to complain too much. But I did have a fall down, go boom. Kind of a large one. Oops. So I ordered the Knit Picks yarn last Friday, so 2 Fridays ago. Yeah, it took a full week to get to me. They did not. One thing about Knit Picks, and this will be my only rant for this episode about Knit Picks. I placed the order on Friday early afternoon. Okay, I'm not sure what that just was. My order didn't even get picked until Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday night is when my status changed, and Wednesday morning I received an email saying, oh, it's on its way to you. And it's one of those things that I got that order in early enough on Friday that it should have been picked Friday and gone out Monday. My opinion. or at least been picked on Monday and gone out that day or Tuesday morning. But it just, yeah, I'm a little annoyed with it. But I got the yarn. And I got the yarn earlier than expected because the website was predicting I'd get it on Saturday. And I came home Friday and it was there, along with other things that I had ordered. Oopsie. So let's just go ahead and get started with that. So I managed to catch a Vine update. Kristen had posted, and if you don't know Vine, she is Kristen. She is the host of the Yarngasm podcast. And I've been watching her for a long time, and I've been following what she's been dying, but I've never really been able to catch an update. Not because mostly because I've put myself on that yarn moratorium. Didn't work. So I managed to catch an update. So when Kristen put, I forget if it was on Facebook or if it was on Instagram, but she put on one of those that she, pictures of what she was dyeing. So this is her blitzed colorway in the reflector colorway, or blitzed yarn, so blitzed base in the reflector colorway, which is 75 superwash merino, 20 nylon, 5 stellina. And it's about 438 yards, so that's pretty generous. So Vine yarns, hand dyed in Brooklyn, woolenvine.com. Yeah. And it's just this gorgeous mix of ice blues, grays going into purples. But this, okay, you can kind of see it a little better back here. This is her Lush base in the Neptunia colorway, which is, and so it's 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. It's 400 yards, and it's lush. It is gorgeous. Oh, yeah. And it's still on my screen, it's still got a blue overcast to it, but it's really much brighter. Oh, gorgeous. So thank you, Kristen. I know you don't watch, but thanks. And then, I managed to catch a Gails Art colorway update. And I got super lucky on that because it was literally as I was closing out. I was on Etsy finishing up my thing for, or my order for the Vine yarn. When PayPal kicked me back in, you know how after you submit your order, it tells you what a few other people have bought? The colorway I've been lusting after since I saw it on the Knit Girls. This is Gails Art. Come on, you can focus. Focus. Okay, fine. So gailsart.com, Gails Art Fiber. And this is her Wonder Sock yarn, which is a superwash BFL and nylon base. And it's 465 yards, so a really generous put up. And this is the Graffiti and Asphalt colorway. And no, these are this beautiful. Oh. So I saw that, I had to have it. Because, sometimes when you click on things that through Etsy and you get to the listing and it's like, oh, it's sold out. No, Graffiti and Asphalt was there. And I had to have that. And then I started looking around because I'm like, really, should I just get one skein of yarn? So this is also the Wonder Sock yarn. Oh, it's being washed out. Oh, that's a little better. Maybe. Yeah, this is the Big O colorway. I love this. It's bright. It's like a rainbow without the red and the orange. I love it. So thank you, Gails Art, because these are beautiful. And then Hobbledehoy. Fell down, went boom. Because she posted on Facebook that she had some new batlings in the store. And I forget if this was one of the ones that I saw. Sorry for the crinkling. But it is. I had to get it. Do you see the color name? Okay, come on. You can focus. There we go. Yes. Flight of the TARDIS. So, super fine merino, soy silk, bamboo, and sparkle. All of these wonderful, wonderful colors. So soft. These little clouds of lusciousness. But because I am a wool pig, just a one bag of 3.1 ounces, which would be enough for most people. I am a wool piggy. I admit to it. So these will be spun and two-plied. There's no way that I'm going to be able to preserve colorways, so I'd rather have them Barber Pole. What else? Oh, I did get something else. I'm going to pause you guys right here for a moment and pop back in. Give me a second. Sorry about that. So, oh, this also, Jen from Hobbledehoy included this as well. So squishy. And lovely, and I have no clue what I'm going to do with it. So, a few weeks ago, Agar Works, and I had heard about this on somebody else's blog, or either blog, Ravelry, or podcast. Anyway, Agar Works, the makers of the flat pack bobbins, announced that they had finally done their bobbins that will fit all shocked wheels, or most shocked wheels, I believe. So that will fit my ladybug, basically, the important thing. I immediately went and ordered them. So, I have 2 sets, Agar Works bobbins in the 2 different styles. Two of the many colors that they own, and I love these, and I think that I need to have more. Which this means that I really need to pull the bug out and give her a thorough cleaning and oiling. So that way I can just put these on and go. So the flat pack bobbins are awesome. They take up no room. These were living in my nightstand drawer. I got them earlier this week, or was it last week? One of the two. No, it's got to be this week. So I got them earlier this week, and I have loved them. And I love the fact that Aiden from Agar Works included a note, as well as a video, because they've actually apparently changed how you snap these into place. So somebody's made a video, and they've created a QR code to the YouTube video. But really, it's super easy. I figured it out in no time. So you just snap and twist. snap, twist. And that's not going anywhere. So you have a bigger end and a smaller end. And I love it. So I can't wait to get this on the bug and use them, because this will be awesome. And I think that I'm going to have to get a few more. And if I remember correctly, they were around $35-ish, $37, something like that, which is not all that much. And these are super lightweight. When I compare them to the wooden bobbins, I really do like the fact that these are lightweight. You'll be able to see, so I can see how much I'm actually putting on there through all of this. And you can see probably through the lacy a little bit better, because this is the sunflower design. This is the lacy design. So I'll actually be able to see how much I'm putting on there. I know people who have used these who have said that they can fit more fiber on these than they can on their wooden bobbins. Now these are made, they are made and to order, basically. So you place the order and it takes them about 3 to 4 weeks really to get them out to you. But they're printed just for you. So that's kind of awesome. And these are 3D printed. Yeah, I love them. So I can't wait to get them on the bug. Yay! So that's pretty much it for what I've actually brought into the stash. So a little bit of stash enhancement for you guys possibly, and eventually for me. I was talking with Ellie from FO and Die. They have their own podcast. They don't have many episodes up. They used to be Ellie's Knit Insanity, so that's Ellie and Dave. And Ellie and Dave have a shop that also used to be called Ellie's Knit Insanity, but is now FO and Die. And I will put that information here. And Ellie sent me a message yesterday asking me what I thought about, in honor of season 8 of Doctor Who, what I thought about her doing a Clara colorway and another colorway based on the episode. So whatever the episode's about. And hi, I am a Whovian. You guys know this. Wearing a shirt. Yeah. And I told her I would love that. I loved that idea. I think it was great. And so this morning, she sent me a picture of what will be going up in the shop. This is kind of awesome. I'm going to put the picture in here. And so you'll be able to see, you should be able to see the picture. And on the left, so the gray, the red, that turquoisey blue colorway, she's calling that there should be more round things on the wall. And on the right is her Clara inspired colorway called Just Because My Pretty Face Has Turned Your Head. Now, if you are a Whovian and you watched last night, wherever you are in the world, if you watched yesterday, you'll understand both of those references. If you're planning on watching later, you will understand those references because I'm not giving anything away. No spoilers here. But it was awesome. There are issues that I have, but anyway, we're not getting into that right now. So Ellie is going to put those up in the shop. I would keep an eye on the shop, but they're beautiful, and she intends to do a new colorway, I believe, for each new episode. Don't quote me on that, but I think she will. So that's kind of awesome. So thank you, Ellie and Dave. And I cannot wait till I can order them because they will be mine. They will be, because they're awesome. So yeah, that brings us to what's making me happy this week. And really, you guys should know what number 1 is. Yes. New season of Doctor Who. And mostly it was all the hype leading up to it. All weekend long, BBC America has been doing a marathon, or actually all week long. They were doing a marathon of the entire New Who seasons. So from Christopher Eccleston up through Matt Smith, with all of the Christmas episodes and all the specials. So they've been doing that, which is awesome. It is awesome. But I missed a lot of it because high work. But the hype has been incredible on this. And yesterday I taught in the morning, ran a few errands, and then came home and watched. I watched for a few hours, and then I went over to Michelle's and we watched together. So we watched the last couple of, well, we watched the Day of the Doctor together. That was awesome. That was really awesome. And we watched, the pre-show, which is when I was casting on for that second square yesterday. So the third square in this that I need to do. And yeah, we just sat there and we knit and we talked, and I was texting and on Facebook going, what? Oh my God. So long and the short of it is, I love Peter Capaldi. Or Capaldi. I adore him. I adore him as an actor. I adore him as the Doctor. I think that he's going to be a great Doctor. They're definitely taking this in a different way. It's going to be darker, and I'm okay with this. I really am. So, yeah, there's that. That's kind of awesome. So, yay. And then, I mean, there are issues that I have with the plot of last night's episode and with the writing. If somebody had been new to the whole Doctor Who thing and they were just watching because they were with people who were watching, they would have been really, really confused. There are many things that they would have been confused about, but moreover than just the regular what's going on. There were lots of callbacks to old episodes that were written by Stephen Moffat. There was a moment that Danny and I were texting, and she called something. She made a mention of something of an older episode, and I was like, yeah, they do kind of. And then when that callback happened, and I was just like, oh my God. And yeah. So Michelle got to watch me have a freak out as I'm having a freak out over the phone with Danny. Yeah, awesome. I am definitely going to see it again. I recorded it, so obviously I have it on my DVR. But I also bought a ticket to see it tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at one of the local theaters, and I will see it on the big screen. And I will be able to see and hopefully hear everything that I missed. Because I know that there are a few things that I missed. The brogue. The brogue sometimes does it to me, and I have to have that slowed down a little bit. Because Capaldi is Scottish, and he is a Scottish doctor, which is kind of awesome. So yeah. So Doctor Who, it's back. Yay! So excited. So excited. So yeah, that's making me happy. We're getting closer to hockey season, which is also making me happy. It just needs to be here. Yeah. So that's about it for this week, everybody. Don't forget about the knit-alongs. So the knit-along here, and don't forget about the Doctor Who knit-along. That is on the, let me find the actual address of the blog. So that Knitting Black Belt on Ravelry on her Little Fire Knits blog. Don't forget about her Doctor Who knit-along. So anything that is knit within the season of Doctor Who. So you could cast on yesterday, and you have until the end of the season to get them done or get whatever done. And she is having contest, and you just post his pictures on Instagram and hashtag them Doctor Who Cal. All right. So have a great week, everybody. I hope you get a lot of knitting done, spinning, crocheting, whatever's done. And I will see you next time. Keep knitting, spinning, crocheting, and stitching on. Bye.